Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Air Brand.
And this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And today's guest, we have Miss Siren Redd. Thank you for coming, Miss Siren Redd. Now, Miss Siren Redd, she is our Cooking Up brand of the month. She's been out here hustling, grinding for some time now. She's behind a lot of work, behind like a lot of your favorite Instagram comedians and the viral people. You did some work for them. Mm-hmm. You get busy out here.
I do.
The people don't understand how busy you get.
Real busy.
Yeah. So you got Air BNBs, themed Air BNBs, as well as you do photography for a lot of people.
I do creative directing.
Creative directing.
Yeah.
And photography though.
No, I don't hold the camera or nothing like that. I hire everybody else and then tell everybody what to do.
Okay.
Wow.
That's dope. That's super dope. But you started off shooting.
I never shot. I'm more of a person that puts the team together. So I'll get a client and they'll come to me and say they need this type of shoot. So then I'll look at my list of photographers or research a photographer that does the type of photography that they want. Then I'll get their price and commission them out and stuff like that. Tell them where to be. Then I'll hire a stylist that's the same style as my client went or whatever, and basically put them a team together to get the product that they want.
To get them.
Yeah. So basically, I direct the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You DJ Khaled the situation.
Yeah, DJ Khaled the situation.
But when did you realize you had that skill to direct everything and to be like the vision behind it?
I had a makeup business because I've always been like a writer since I was a kid. So I wanted to write commercials and stuff like that, and make my own photo shoots and stuff. So I opened a makeup company so I could do that, and I started doing it for myself because I didn't know how to hold a camera or edit or nothing like that. But I knew that I knew how to write a story. So I hired people to write stories for my makeup company commercials. Wow. So that what it would be was like I'll make a palette, and then on the back of the palette, it would be like a QR code you can scan, and it would take you to a story. Because every palette was like a story. Does that make sense?
That you produced, right?
Yeah, that I produced, that I wrote and produced. Yeah.
And your first palette was... I can't find it.
Karma. Yeah.
There you go. Look, you got it.
It was Karma. Yeah, it was Karma. It was about like a woman, basically, like she was in an abusive relationship and she decided that she was just going to step out and start doing her and stuff like that. So I wrote the story about it. I picked all the colors, so it was like reds and stuff like that because you go through anger and stuff like that. Then it went into the browns where you become more grounded and things like that. So and then I hired a artist out San Francisco to draw my cover art. So it was like a crying girl and things like that. And I told her I wanted her to be this color. All of them are like obscene colors like red and pink because I never wanted to be like skin color focused. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to relate to everybody. So I had her draw that, and then I went through the colors and stuff like that, and then I wrote a story that goes with that, and then I just put the QR code on the back of the palette, so when they scan it, it take them to YouTube and they can see see what I wrote, see the movie. So that would be like not only you getting a makeup palette, but you getting a story and stuff like that. Right. Yeah.
So was the Karma palette, was that like influenced by your own life in some sense?
Yeah. Prior to that, like 3 years ago, I was in an abusive situation. When I was in college, I was with somebody and it just wasn't all the way right. And then eventually I was like, you know what, I don't want to be here no more. I'm not making no movement. And then I just came out of that. So basically I just kind of wrote about my life and me just deciding like I'm going to be better and do better and like leave that situation. So I knew people would like resonate with it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, definitely. We all go through our own struggles. Even though a lot of times you feel like you're going through it, you're the only one going through it, but a lot of times a lot of people that can relate.
Right.
So was that part of the reason why like you felt as though going to college was like the worst decision you ever made?
Oh, yeah, I did y'all research, huh? I feel like that because when I first went to college, I went to college for nursing because I was thinking about money. Like, my family was just like, go to college, get out of high school, go to college, make sure you get a good job. And I always been like a worker because I like money, and like nice stuff. So I started working at a hospital, like straight out of high school. I was like at St. Francis, which is like a big hospital in Delaware. I was working in there and I figured I'll go to college for nursing, get out of college, got my job right there. You get what I'm saying? I don't gotta look around. I'm in the food department now, but if I got my degree, they're gonna move me up. I've been here 5 years. So, but I kept failing. I kept failing every class. Only thing I could pass was like any writing class. I could pass that. Right. But when it came to math and when it came to like the biology and all that, I kept failing. Like, it was horrible. It was horrible. I was paying out of pocket because I was running out of financial aid. Because if you fail, they don't keep paying. Yeah. So I had to like be working doubles and stuff to keep like paying
just
for
to keep paying for
yeah, like trying to, and I didn't really want to do it. So I guess that's why I was failing. So eventually, I just dropped out of that, and I went to behavioral science, which is like basically like a social work, like a social work credit. So it's just a bunch of writing and stuff, which I'm good at. So that's what I have my degree in, behavior science. Yeah.
Okay.
So writing was always something that caught you.
Yeah.
So when it came to photography, I asked you earlier. I was saying like, did you start off as a photographer? So didn't your mom get you like your first camera?
She did. Like that's like when I was 16 though.
That's where you get influenced the most. A lot of us are doing a lot of things that we fell in love with in high school in some sense. 16, you high school, you start to find the things that attract you a little bit. Like you was doing $5 photo shoots.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't really take that. I ain't really take that seriously because like, I don't know if I go looking for that because they was bad.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. When I was like, that was when I was young. Y'all went all the way back. I didn't even.
Listen, this is cooking up to a file. We carry.
And we heard you was on the dean's list in college too.
Yeah. Writing is easy, honestly. Like college is easy. You just gotta. It's basically just memorizing and reading the source
that's what I try to tell my kids. I'm like, man, if you could study and memorize things, it's easy. Everything is easy from there. Except for like math.
I'm just about to, exactly.
You can't study math.
I go the same way.
But the crazy part, my daughter is the opposite. She's the shit in math. But then any social study, science, those things where you got to study because there's only one answer. Whatever's in the book.
Right.
Yeah.
Math is like you can concoct that answer yourself. Like you go through the process. She loves math, but hate to study to get anything else.
Shush. I can pay her.
That's a gift, though.
It is.
Right?
That's a gift.
I feel like people that's good at math is E.T. Y'all extraterrestrial.
You can go crazy with it, right?
Different. Yeah, y'all smart.
It's crazy because math is behind everything in the society being there. So you get that down pack, you can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
Well, me, I just ain't like doing none of that work. I just, I don't
like
desk
work.
It's
too stressful. Like, just get to the point.
Yeah, I can't.
All these A's and
then
X's and stuff.
Yeah. But then also I feel like nowadays everything they told us about why we need to go to college and stuff is so different now. Like the opportunities to have your own business and to like make your own money way more than what you can make with a career that you get from college. I feel like it's like so much more opportunity than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't have to go to college no more to be a millionaire.
Yeah, that's a big fact. It's definitely everything's changing nowadays since you got AI. It's changing the way all that shit is handled because a lot of things that you were going to school for, they got computer programs that can handle that same job that you went for, accountant, all that type of shit. Things you would only get degrees. That shit is out the window. Yeah. It's all out the window. I tell everybody, just build your business, build your legacy now. Something that's ran off of you.
You gotta get creative.
Yeah, you gotta build a presence among people because it's like it's customer driven. Everything is driven by how many customers you could get. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At one point in time, I was like focusing on like creating an app, but apps is good because they reach a lot of people all at one time. So it's like if you find something where you could sell to a lot of people or reach a lot of people, that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
That college job shit is gone. But tell us a little bit about your Airbnb business.
So the Airbnb business came about because I was doing creative directing for about 3 years now, and the issue that I kept running into is I do fantasy, like sexy fantasy looks. So everything's real dramatic, full of color and stuff like that. And it costs a lot of money because I have to build the set out because I'm not somebody, I don't edit people and stuff. Like I don't really like that look. Yeah. So I build everything by hand, and people couldn't afford what I wanted to do. So I figured if I just build a set inside something that can pay for itself, then I can still get to build big sets and people wouldn't have to pay that much money. So that's where the Hottie House came about because I had seen the WAP video. And I seen how they had different rooms and stuff like that, and like all the girls was in there all sexy and stuff, and that's my thing. Like, that's my thing. So I figured I wanted to build like a big heart-shaped bed and have a whole red room and stuff like that, so we could do photo shoots in there. Then I built the jungle room out so we could have, I have the guy who bring the snake over and stuff like that. Wow. People do photo shoots in there, so that way people don't feel like, oh, I gotta have, $1,000 just for the set, and I still gotta pay for my hair, makeup, and for her and a photographer. You know what I'm saying? I just include that in the price. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I built the Airbnb. I didn't really want to be in the Airbnb business, but Airbnb is helping me do what I want to do because it's basically paying for what I want to be. If that makes sense. So when I'm not there, it's still making money.
So the Airbnb thing was never even your goal or something. It wasn't like you was doing it because Airbnbs got real popular over the pandemic. Everybody was coaching on how to get Airbnbs and turn. So that was not your focus at all. Like you did it just to make it easier
for me,
to provide the service that you wanted to provide.
It's all a problem. Like back to the makeup company, I created that just so I can make stories because that's what I wanted to do. But I needed something to pay for me to make the stories. Right. So when they buy the makeup palette, I just dump that into like making the commercials I want to make. You get what I'm saying? So that way it's paying for itself. Because the thing, I feel like creatives, they want to create, but you won't be having the money. But if you create something that somebody needs or something that somebody wants and they're buying it or like living in it or, visiting it, then it's paying for itself. So you still get to be creative, but it's still like paying for itself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's very smart.
Thank you.
Because a lot of other creators, they just do it, they bootstrap that shit.
Yeah.
And you just be dead broke.
I got tired of that. Like I was like, because I was investing in myself for a while. Like I was doing, before I even started getting booked, I was doing free shoots. So I would pay for the girl outfit. Sometimes I had to pay the model or influencer and stuff like that. Then pay for all the stuff I had to build the set. Then I was paying my team. Like they was giving me discounts because we was in the mud, but like I still gave them, paid them my makeup artist, my photographer, the studio fee, all that. So I was paying for all of it. I had 2 jobs paying for all of it. Overhead. Yeah, so I was like, nah, I can't keep doing this. I gotta figure something out. Like
that's why I said it's easy to be college when you got the bag. When you don't got the bag and you somehow paying each person, everybody that plays a part in the production, got to get a check. It's hard. You know what I mean? I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't do it. Yeah. Especially at a lower level. So the way you're doing it is super dope. You found the way where though you can provide a service, still get paid to do what you love to do. And I feel like even then now you created this lane where as though I feel like people probably book your Airbnb strictly for the fact that they are themed, whether they have a photo shoot or not. Yeah. Like a lot of people probably just want to come have their birthday there, just want to come hang out there, take their selfies there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get a lot of bachelorette parties and I get a lot of couples. You know, when I did it, I wasn't thinking like, oh, like this is a little sex cave or whatever, but couples being that heart-shaped thing. I'm like, I got this for my wife or whatever. Like, and I do have a decorator too. Like my friend has a decorating business. So what I'll do is I'll offer that service. I'm like, okay, you book with us. Like she can come put the balloons and candles all around. You don't gotta do nothing. Just bring it to the Airbnb. We're gonna have everything done. So at one point I had a chef, but it didn't work out.
Okay. Yeah, so you had everything. Yeah. You have like a mind for just making sure you provide like a full rounded service. Yeah, like where you're not just worried about this one thing. Yeah. You worry about the whole picture. Yeah. That's super dope. I think that's a mind that'll really lead you somewhere. Probably way further than what you think it will. But if you keep thinking like that, because you always see outside of just what you're looking at. You know what I mean? Like how you solve your problems of not having money, but you still want to do your craft. So then you find ways to make money while still doing your craft. Is it the hardest part is figuring out how to monetize your passion. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's where everybody struggles, is trying to monetize your passion.
Yeah, even I was with all the instructions, for a while, it's hard. Until I figured it out. Yeah.
No, that's super crazy. So I know that you worked with a lot of people from Philly. Yeah. Like, what are some of the top people that you worked with in Philly?
Well, I would say P. Michael. He does like a whole bunch of like community care, like community stuff. Like he go to schools and talk to kids about doing barber stuff and stuff like that. Okay. So I worked with him. He had a cologne line and stuff like that. I reached out to him. I did a cologne commercial for free first, but then he hired me to do 2 more after that. After that's how I be getting.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
I worked with Driz before. She's a comedian. Yeah. Driz and Tata. Yeah. Those two. I worked with Tiz before he came out. I did a commercial with me. P.S. Milan. I've done all her like her. I guess you would call it her stuff for her to sell her courses and stuff like that. Like I did all the pictures and stuff like that for her to do that, like her headshots and her commercials and stuff like that. I did that. My favorite is Meatball right now. That's
my favorite one you did is with Meatball.
Yeah, Meatball. We went viral like twice, so I go viral every time I work with her. But
she funny as hell.
Yeah, I had dressed her up in the Hottie House, and we had made the. it's a Philly page. I think it's called Philly Scoop or whatever. It made the Philly Scoop, and they was like sharing it. It got like over 1 million views on TikTok. It was crazy. Cause I guess nobody really seen her dressed up before.
Yeah, well, that's when she had the makeup and everything.
Yeah, and I was the first person to really like come over here. Cause I feel like I could do anybody like that. For me, I know I could look at a woman and be like, okay, she need this, do this, and she good. You get what I'm saying? So I looked at her and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna dress her up. You know, cause I see it in her. So I dressed her up. We went viral on TikTok. And then we went viral again when I did her in PS Milan house with all the pink and stuff like that. Like they go crazy every time she dressed up. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, that's super heavy. Yeah. So you got to speak on that. I don't think a lot of people understand. You started working with Pete Michael through the free commercial you did. Yeah. People be scared to provide value. Like they always say, if you want to get next to somebody, you got to provide value. You got to be willing to do something for nothing. You can't just come in like, hey, I want to work with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You already established, you already doing your thing. You have to provide value. But what made you, did you already understand that? Was that a new concept for you, or was it something you've been doing in order to level up?
Well, I was doing it, like I said, I was doing my commercial, so I was paying everybody and stuff like that. And then
that was your personal commercial.
Yeah, and I was doing, then I would do photo shoots for myself, and people would see those, and they'd be like, oh, that's hot or whatever. And then my friends would come support me and get in shoots and stuff like that, but those are my friends. So I figured, I had the idea, let me do popular people in Philly that everybody know, and then they're going to be looking at their page like, who doing this? Especially if they not somebody who normally dress up or do something crazy like my shoots are crazy. Right. Then more people are gonna view it, and then they're gonna want to come. So that was just like my whole plan. So I'll reach out to people. Like I reached out to like Frenchie and stuff like that. Like, you want me to do a little, you got a song coming out, I could do you a reel or something. I could do you an album cover or like just some content or whatever. Yeah. She come through, I supply makeup, supply the outfit, build the set. You don't gotta do nothing. Just get on set. Usually they love it and they come back. I haven't really had nobody who didn't come back. You get what I'm saying? So I just make sure that when they give me that opportunity, because if as a creator or a rapper or artist, whatever, you're going to take some free content. Like, you're going to look at the page, and if it look good enough, you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to go in there and take it, because that's still something I can put on my page. So I ask them, and I make sure I snap. Like, I tell my team, like, we got to go hard. It got to look good. Everything got to look good. Fact. They look good. Everybody in there sharing, they're like, oh, who doing this, who doing this, who doing that, or whatever. And usually they come back, and that's how I get my customers. And then other people see it, and it's like word of mouth and stuff like that. So I kind of just knew that I had to, you can't just expect somebody to know you got talent. Sometimes you got to show people you got talent. So I had to show people, like, this is who I am and this is what I got to offer, instead of just begging like, oh, please support me. Like, you get what I'm saying? You got to make people want to support you. So I just kind of went that route with it.
That's super big facts. Dope. Yeah. That's super big facts. So, and how was it working with like kids and stuff like that? Is it ever intimidating when you're working with people that got like these huge followings that could kind of like make or break your situation sometimes?
No, it was funny. He was actually cool. Like, okay. he sound exactly how he in the video. That's exactly how he talk. Like, he talk exactly fast like that and everything. Like, nah, I don't feel intimidated at all, because at the end of the day, I look at everybody as a normal person. So I just treat him as a normal person. He come in, I treat him with respect. You get what I'm saying? He treat me with respect. I tell him what I need and what we want, and then we work together. I pay him or whatever, and we move on. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or whoever is working with me, they pay me and they move on. Like, I don't feel intimidated, because I know what I offer. Even though I might not be a big name, does not mean that I don't have like value. Because most people who direct these big music videos for Megan Thee Stallion and Doja Cat, they have like 8,000 followers. Nobody knows who they are. You get what I'm saying? But they pay and they're important. So you don't always gotta be. I don't care about you being popular. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like it's not an accomplishment. Yeah. I'm just saying I'm not looking at it as that. I'm looking at it as like we coming to do business together. We on the same level, because you here, so we on the same level.
Yeah, some of them gotta understand that too. Some people.
I never got nobody rude though.
Yeah, I don't think people be rude, but you could definitely see where some people think that there's value in their level of followers. Yeah. So they'll treat you as such. You know what I'm saying? They willing to do certain things, or sometimes they not willing to do certain things due to the fact that they feel as though they're on this level. Yep. And it's like, I might know somebody with 15,000 followers that's way more established or deeper networked. Deeper connected and everything than you, and you treating and acting like this because you 300,000 in and them followers, that should have get to people's head, and they definitely forget that you can have value without having those followers.
That's a fact.
You can really have all that shit in you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or they
and
don't
the tables turn too
because they think that you want to bring them somewhere. Because I've had that happen. Like I had a real popular A&R reach out to me. He acted like he didn't want to pay me because he felt like if I work with his artist, it's gonna make me better. But I'm like, no, I got a team. It's not just me. So it's like people behind me, and they've been struggling with me, so I can't be like, oh, can we take this gig? Because it's no more can we take this gig. They've been, can we take this gig for 2 years? So now I have to have at least they gotta have a check. Like
it gotta be something for the rest of the team at least.
Yeah, because none of them, they don't work or nothing. This is what they do.
Right. Yeah. Grind it out. So before we go into the break and get into this food, the last question I wanted to ask you was about the fact that all your shoots, like you are very like sexual in nature. Like even your personals or the ones you do for everybody else, where does that come from?
For me, I feel like it's confidence building and stuff like that. Cause when I got out of my toxic relationship, I was like 270 pounds. I was a big girl. Like I was big, and I didn't know I got big until I got out of it. Cause then I could see myself. I wasn't really worried about myself. So I lost a lot of weight, and I started modeling and stuff like that, and that gave me the confidence and stuff like that, because so I started doing that. I wanted to give that confidence to other women and stuff like that, because a lot of women want to be sexy, but they either never been sexy or don't think they can be sexy or don't see themselves as sexy in the moment. So I was like, I want to give what I gave to myself to other people. So that's why I choose to do this sexy video shoot. So I get a lot of new moms and stuff like that, older women and stuff. I want to just look good. I want to feel good. You know what I'm saying? So because every woman like to look sexy. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I chose that lane, because I like the reaction. The reaction is my favorite part.
That's super dope.
It's my favorite part.
Making them feel young again, getting the colors they grew back.
Like, I love when they in the room and they don't think nobody watching. They take it selfie and stuff. Like, that's my favorite part. I'm like,
you giving them life. Like women need that. Women need that.
They say that all the time. Like that's how I get a lot of referrals. Like, I'm sending my sister next week. Her sister in there. Like, I know I'm gonna look good. I can't wait to get 20 pictures. Like, I'm like, yeah, girl, I got you. Like, that's my favorite.
I think you might have cornered the market on it. Yeah. Milk and anything going on. Like, it get crazy over there.
I got active imagination.
Yeah. That is hilarious. Well, listen, you hungry?
Yeah.
Ready to get into this food? Listen, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Air Brand.
We got Siren Redd with us. We about to get into this food. Let's go.
It's our favorite part of the show. That's your favorite?
Yes, sir.
Chef, what you got cooking? You already know.
Listen, y'all already know who it is. Your boy Smooth, and it is my favorite part of the show. It's time to get into that food. Today's chef, we got my man Chef G. Chef G.
Yes, sir. So with you, my boy?
Listen, baby, you did your thing.
Yeah, listen, appreciate you.
Your thug Dizzle, I'm talking about. He came, he blessed the situation. Let the people know what you got for me.
Well, we started off at the base with a little garlic mash, and then we topped that with a nice sesame chimney nut asparagus. It's a little oil that I had made at home, little home remedy. I try to make everything house made, you feel me? Because originality is the best way to go. And right on top of that, we got a nice 8-ounce stuffed salmon fillet, and what we got that stuff with was a little sour cream, little cream cheese, little spinach, little onions and peppers, and then my homemade little seasonings that I keep in the cabinets with grandmom's special sauce. And on top of that, we got shrimp and mushroom lemon cream sauce to top it all off, just to get that mashed potatoes, that nice little gravy sensation that y'all all want at home.
Man, you went. You went. You
listen, I'm just trying to give the people what they want. Big flavors.
You
goofy
went off.
foods.
Yeah, goofy for real. Don't play with him. I'm telling you, get with my man Chef G, because he carrying seriously. Listen, let them know where they could find you, how they could get a meal like this, where you be at, everything.
So right now I'm actually partnered with IHL Philly. We open every weekend from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Y'all can come catch a vibe. Actually, this Friday we having a silent party. Come pull up. You can follow me on Instagram on my business account at Away to Taste. Again, away_2 taste. And you can also follow me on my business page at _.__G baby. It's a lot going on, but that's why the plate's so immaculate. You feel me? Big names, big platters, big bellies. Trying to feed them all.
Listen, y'all already know what we about to do. I'm gonna dig in this joint. I'm gonna tell y'all how it's looking, but from right here, is looking crazy.
Listen, it's almost looking as fly as you.
Listen, man, we got my man Chef G, aka Chef Bay. It's your boy Smooth. It's cooking at 2 and 5. Let's get back to the show. Let's go. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Air Brand.
Listen, we still here with Miss Siren Redd. Shout out my guy Chef G. Did you see what Chef G did for you?
Yeah.
He went crazy for you, sis.
It definitely went crazy.
My man say carry, you know what I'm saying? Jim Carrey all the way.
All
So
the way.
it's that time we pick up that fork. We could finally see what it's hitting for.
I have appreciation for all the different type of meats that's on this plate.
Yeah,
like, he ain't play with it.
It's nothing like some real salmon. That thing official. Fucking up my vocab. You know what I mean? I don't even know it's hitting too good.
It's flavor all through it though.
Yeah.
That's how I like. You know how sometimes it just be flavor on the top. You can taste it all the way through.
The cream cheese is different. Like I never had that mixed with salmon or anything. It's real good.
The salmon is just so busky, like.
He said it was how many pounds?
I can't even remember no more. Like I'm just drawing blanks. Like all I see, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get real quiet.
That's all I see.
see.
Nah, get that shrimp in there, my man. See, this when you know,
That
you
is
know what I mean,
different,
when
but
they
I
don't
like it.
skimp out
I see what you mean.
with the jumbo shrimp in there.
I like to
Ain't
try
no
new
regular
different
joint.
stuff I didn't taste, never tried before. Okay, chef.
That's it. That's it.
Chef Bay.
It's so much salmon, shrimp, and mushrooms. I forgot it was asparagus on the plate. For real.
Let me try the mushroom with a little bit of salmon since I'm not a mushroom girl. But these look irresistible, so.
So is the L silent in salmon? Salmon?
I heard it was. Because I used to say salmon and then somebody crunched me a long time ago and I'll never say that again.
I'll say salmon. Salmon. Salmon.
How you say it?
Salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon, yeah, she don't got no L in
It
there.
don't even
either.
make no sense. Why would it be salmon? Why they put an L in there?
I know. Like, what was the point of that? You
Yeah.
could just put SAMON.
Somebody, please let us know. Is it salmon or salmon? Because I've been eating salmon. For real.
Yeah, DM him and let him know. You heard?
Got asparagus, everything too.
This is like a serious hearty meal.
No, for real.
It's not even something I'm gonna finish on this show.
Yeah.
It's like after the
This
bath,
joint, this joint
you
vicious.
know?
This joint serious. Like,
It's sleep.
we wouldn't be able to talk. Like you
Yeah.
had to just fully focus on all of them. It's too good.
Thank you, chef.
But we're gonna get back to it. So before we left, we were talking about your Airbnbs. Given the level of success you've been reaching with your Airbnbs, and you know how many people you've worked with through them, do you see yourself expanding that business, doing more Airbnbs, creating more themes and stuff like that?
I do, but I feel like I'm to the point now. The next thing I do, I want to own it because, like, it's easy right now. Thank God, it's easy to pay all my bills and pay all my rent. But like, if it was like just something I own, I'll probably be able to put more money in my pocket because I still gotta pay that high rent. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I gotta pay all my bills. And then I pay myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's good because it's busy. But I'm saying if it wasn't, then it wouldn't be good. So I think it's better for me to own my next thing. And plus, it's like maybe I want to knock down some walls. Maybe I want to pin some crazy stuff. Like my landlord is lenient, but I'm talking about I want to take out a kitchen. He might be like,
Yeah.
like take out a what? You can paint. Like that's
Yeah,
it.
you
Like,
can make your own decision when you own everything.
so I think I want to look into getting like a 6-unit like apartment building or something like that. Kind of make like a little mini hotel type of situation or something like that. Yeah.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, and then like some regular real estate, like just for wealth. But you know, you gotta have the fun and you gotta have the
That's really
staple
fun.
stuff.
Yeah. So what else do you see yourself indulging into besides? Because you're creative, so like real estate isn't really a thing. You like directing. What do you see yourself directing or going crazy with now?
Well, I do like directing, and I do like, you know, the Airbnb and the real estate thing, but I think I might start getting into teaching, only because I feel like I want to. Before, I was like okay with like really being in the trenches and having to shoot every weekend and stuff like that. But now I kind of want to chill and make passive income. Like I want to be able to pop out like, oh, I'm having a sale. Everybody got to come in these 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all shoots and then y'all see me next year. You get what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to relax a little bit, because I do everything. Like I gotta build it, then I gotta direct everybody, then I gotta clean up. Like I don't want to do it all the time. So I figure if I start teaching other creatives like how to make money off of being creative, I can maybe do like the course thing or something like that, which I didn't really want to do at first, but now it's like so many people asking so many questions, like how you even get the money to do that, or how you do this, or how you get in that room. I see that it's a need for it, but I just didn't want to be online like, buy my course. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to,
because you got so many courses out here these days.
and like, you know, people think that you're trying to like scam them, but honestly, as many DMs I get, as many questions, I can't sit there and have conversations with everybody.
That's a fact.
And you're not even gonna do it probably.
You're not gonna take none of this advice I just gave you.
So it's like I think I might move into that as well. Like that's what I'm looking forward to do this year.
Okay. Yeah, see the course thing, I feel like the only thing you gotta do with the course thing is like truly provide value. I think I bought like probably 3 courses or something from different people. And I feel like the stuff that's in those books is the same shit that I could Google and find out, or a lot of times I've already knew. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like a lot, and I guess that's the cheaper course too. So normally like when you buy like those course books, they only $30, but of course they offer $200 classes or what they call that shit? A mentorship for $1,000.
Yeah,
like,
I spent $2,000 on mine.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not.
How long was that?
Bag. It was like she was with me for like 3 months. But I went fast longer. It ain't really. She taught me how to fix my credit first. So that's what took the longest, because I didn't really understand my credit or nothing like that. So she taught me how to do that. After I fixed the credit, then she taught me how to do funding. And then after she taught me how to do funding, then she taught me how to run the Airbnb. So I never told her like, oh, I'm about to do all this, like my plan with it. I just told her I need to learn how to get the money to do an Airbnb, because I was going to apply what I wanted to the Airbnb. So that's all I did. So after she taught me that, then I just started doing it myself. So now I know how to fix my own credit, do my own funding and stuff like that. So I get where people be like, I don't really want to buy a course. I don't really want to buy a mentorship. But honestly, that $2,000 changed my whole life, and I'm not worried about it no more. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, it was a lot at the time, but you gotta think I'm taking up somebody's whole day, because I'm calling her like, how you do this, how this work, you know? So she taking 15, 20 minutes, an hour, 2 hours out of her day to help me. So that's what you actually paying for, because if not, you're gonna end up making a whole bunch of mistakes, which I still do make mistakes, you get what I'm saying? But I would have made more mistakes if I didn't have someone to help me. So it just depends on like if you're gonna actually apply the knowledge, because you can Google it, but how you gonna know what to Google? Because you Google a whole bunch of stuff pop up. Of course, go to this website, do this, go to this website, do that. So that's really what it is. But the thing is, people read it and they get intimidated, instead of like really sitting there and trying to apply the knowledge, or just getting a mentorship, which I know it's higher, but you might as well get that, because you got somebody to hold you accountable. And that's what I needed. So that's why I didn't spend the $30. I spent the $2,000. Yeah, because I was like, she gonna call me like, is it done? Because you wasted my time if it's not. So yeah, I think that they are valuable, but you just have to like, you have to really want to do it. Like I wanted something, I wanted this, so it worked for me.
Is the person that you did the mentorship, is it somebody we might know about?
Oh yeah, Milan. She okay. I bought her. I was on I have another mentor that with photography. My photographer actually is my creative director mentor, because he does creative directing for Snipes. His name is Taylor. Okay. And I came in there one day for a birthday shoot or whatever. I was putting together my own stuff, and he was like, you did this by yourself? I was like, yeah. He was like, you should be a creative director. I was like, what is that? So he taught me all that. So then I told him the idea about like the Airbnb and all that, like trying to pay for like basically my own creative studio. And he was like, well, you better figure out how to do it. You got 6 months. Because that's when everybody was opening up the selfie museums and everything. He's like, you got 6 months. So I'm just scrolling on Instagram, like, man, God, I need help. I don't know how to do this. I don't know where to start. And I see her. She's like, yeah, it's like Black Friday. She's like, yeah, I'm having a sale. You can get my mentorship for $5,000. I'm like, man, $5,000. So I called my brother. I'm like, I got $5,000, but I don't know if I should just get, because, I always been working, so I just saved my money up. And I was living with my mom at the time. So I'm like, I got $5,000, but I don't know if I should just give it to her. He was like, man, if you think it's going to work, just make sure you get the best out of it. So right before I was about to go pay the $5,000, she had dropped it. Wow. Because it was like Black Friday sale to $2,000. I was like, whoop, bought it. Yeah. I bought it. I bought it. And I started getting our calls with her and stuff like that. And I started writing down everything she was telling me to do, because I knew like I would have to keep doing it. And that, like, after the mentorship over, I gotta pay just to talk to her. Like we talk, but like at the same time, like if it's something like I need to learn, I still pay her. I still respect her business. But either way, that money came back, because through meeting her, I became her creative director for her university. So you remember how you meet people. So I've been made that money back. So it's
I'm about to say, and at the same time, you're getting back what you put out. So it works. It just depends on like if you really want it or not. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact, especially with some of these people, but some of these numbers is getting crazy for some of this knowledge.
I feel like the other thing is too, everybody wants to sell a course, but it's about if you actually have the experience in what you're teaching too. Like where can I see that you've used this, what you're teaching? Yeah, receipts, like you said.
You gotta look at receipts.
You need receipts.
Definitely. All that, I don't care about your Lamborghini. I want to see how you live. Where you live at?
Where you live
at? What you drive on a daily?
Is you living how you say you was living?
Yeah.
Nah, and it's crazy too though, because even like I know some dudes that really get to it, but they keep it chill when it comes to like the vehicles and everything like that. Yeah. I just want you to just show like you have this thing down packed. Show me other mentors and mentees and that they've done this, that they are taking the knowledge you're giving them and changing their life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then my thing is too, is just sometimes I just feel like we got a culture that's just always worried about charging the next person. Yeah. Where it's like, let's just focus on the level up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're always like game is supposed to be sold, not told. But some game you get blessed back from God in the universe by giving it. You don't gotta eat your young all the time.
And then especially if you saying that you making this big ass bag off of what you doing. If I'm a billionaire real estate dude and I'm selling $10,000, why am I doing that if I'm making a shitload of money over at the real estate? Right. I'll give y'all the game.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The only reason I would sell y'all this podcast game is because I need a check. So I might start and put a course together, but it would be for something light. But if podcast is paying me a shitload of money, you know what I'm saying? If I go get a Gillian Wallow contract, y'all can have all this shit for free. I'm going to give it to you because I'm eating regardless. So I feel like we got to get back to that. Like it got to be a point where you just blessing people to bless people and you'll be blessed accordingly. You know what I mean? Like you can't always be focused on yourself. Like I know that we all want to get rich, but that's the thing. If you blessing up people, some shit shit gonna line up for you regardless. Yeah. You don't gotta worry about that next dime or dollar. These dudes be like, listen, bro, I could change your life, but you broke, bro. Some people
like that, but I do gotta charge you because if you, for a while, I'll be like texting paragraphs. Yeah. And I had a friend, I helped her. I don't want to say too much because I don't want her to know I'm talking about her, but I helped her. I'm still mad about it because I helped her so much. I helped her fix her credit. She's like, yeah, I want to buy such and such, for my business. I'm like, all right, bet you get this. I'm gonna throw on the agreement. Everybody gonna know what I'm doing. I fixed her whole credit. My girl maxed all her credit cards out on vacation.
Oh nah.
Not even 2 months later, I'm calling her like, what happened to the such and such for the business? She's like, oh, I went on vacation. I'm like, girl, you could have did that with business credit. Yeah. So I fixed the personal credit so you can get business credit. You could do that. You could have did that with business credit and wrote it off. So now you back at square one because you want to go on vacation.
I mean, some people never experience life.
Yeah, but like
some people just be like, they never been out the country and then they get this one opportunity. And I think that's what happened with a lot of people too, like during like the pandemic. Where people was touching big bags that they never touched before, and you did a lot of shit that you always just wanted to do but never did. Whereas though, you could have got your life in order, you could have got business funding, could have got your credit together, but a lot of people gonna take it and run off and do the simple shit because that's just like, you like a kid in a candy store. You know what I'm saying? The saying come from because kids always had this thing like, I always wanted this kind of Reese cup, I always wanted this kind of bubble gum. You're gonna fucking retarded in the candy store or a toy store. But once you had all those things, then it's like, I done did that. been there. All right, so now let me focus on this. Let me get my shit together now. So I think sometimes to learn, I'm sure she probably, enjoyed the vacation, but I'm sure she's ready to what's her name.
I said it looked like it was fun, but I mean she said she maxed them all out. So I don't know what she gonna do. She gotta pay them down now.
She probably thought COVID was about to end all this shit.
Everything.
I'm going out with a bang.
Yeah,
I'm going on a trip.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. That's funny though.
In the moment, but wasted my time, and I did it for free. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, and that's the thing too.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you do get that, and you go, but it's like
You still gonna get your blessing from the universe.
right, and that's what it comes down to. It's like when you get that $5 and you don't know if you buying crack or McDonald's,
right?
But God still gonna bless you.
God bless you. Yeah.
God recognized what you where your heart was
He
at.
know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Forget what he did with it, but it's about how you was giving, like you was trying to look out for her. So it's kind of like on her, like damn, I did it. I'm hands free now, and I don't have no like feeling like damn, I could have looked out for my folks, but I didn't type shit. Yeah, that's where I would hate to be. You know what I mean? I'm one of them type people. Like if I can, then I am. And that's it. Take it up at the end. So what are the other plans for you right now coming up?
Well, right now, I got a couple videos and stuff coming out. I do ghostwrite, but I signed some papers. So I can't tell nobody everything, but I do got a couple things coming out, and then when they come out, everybody will know. Right now, I'm thinking
when
about...
When you say ghostwrite, explain to the people what you mean. They might think
ghostwrite treatments.
Right for Drake or something.
Oh, not yet. I wish. Not yet, but I don't write the actual song, but like the treatment. Like I'll write the treatment. Like sometimes people just want to hire the videographer because they want to be, they just don't have a budget or just don't even know what a video creative director is. So sometimes the videographer like, yeah, just pay me more. I'll write it. Don't even write nothing. They hire somebody like me and we'll write the treatment for them and they'll just go shoot it. So I do that. I do music videos. I do commercials and stuff like that. So yeah, I do it either like from like people word of mouth invoice or like on Fiverr. It's a website called Fiverr for freelancers. Yeah. So people will like, I got this product or I got this song.
You do it on Fiverr too?
I got a Fiverr.
We use Fiverr heavily. Like we've been preaching to people about Fiverr for years.
Yeah, I use Fiverr.
Like far before it was as acceptable as it is now. Yeah, like even the fact that you saying you on Fiverr, like it used to be none but like Middle Easterns on Fiverr. Like it was all foreigners. Yeah, they still on there, but now it's like more normal. It's natural where it's like you could find your homie from down the block doing graphic design on Fiverr.
Yeah, so and it help you dope. Like your range, cause now I'm like not.
In a box.
Yeah, in a box, just Philly and Delaware. Somebody from Canada can hire me. You get what I'm saying? So. And
they'll ask you to do some different shit than what you would normally do here. Yeah. That's super fire. That's super, super dope.
The palettes though, you had an idea that you wanted them to be exclusive collector items like Jeffree Star has. Is that one of your goals?
Well, with the makeup, I do miss it. But it just got out of hand because I was like at the point where I was doing, because at first I wasn't really getting those shoots. I was just doing it for me. Okay. And then my first video came from somebody I knew from high school, reached out. He was like, I see you doing this. Can you do my rap video? So I did his rap video. Everybody liked it. They was like, it was fire because it was like a rap R&B thing. And he just didn't know what to do for it. But it wasn't something he can go outside and rap. So I did that. Then all his homies came to me. Can you do all this? I actually did one with King Los from California. Okay. The rapper. Yeah, so I did a video with them and stuff like that. So
man, where you been at?
No, lost my train of thought.
No. You did something for King Los.
Yeah, I did something for King Los and stuff like that. So
we was talking about the makeup.
The makeup. So I do miss it because I miss like the connection. People say, "Oh, well, I bought it not only because it's good makeup, but I do I like the story and stuff like that." But it's demanding because I was shipping out all that stuff. Like I had a whole like section in my apartment with pallets. I have to wrap it. Everything is individual pack, and then I gotta send it out and stuff like that. Then you got people calling like, "Where my stuff at?" Like it's just a lot. And then makeup is unforgiving. So if I drop something that's any type of broke or any type of doesn't pick up pigment, it's a wrap. So I had to really like test everything out, and sometimes stuff wouldn't come in because it's coming all the way from China. It was just a lot on me. Okay. And then the Air BNB, and then people actually booking shoots back to back and stuff like that. I was like, something gotta go, and I chose for that to go. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, something always got.
You never know if it might come back in later when you grow, because you'll have more people coming in, more sets. Yeah. You know, more people to promote your makeup to. Exactly. Yeah. Makeup artists that's using your makeup.
Right. And that's the thing too. Like you could definitely branch that in together, because now you got, you know, photo shoots, and now it's like if you got a makeup artist, she's using only your palettes, and you know, like it ties in and it promotes your business.
Yeah, she does.
Cross branding.
She said that all the time. She's like, we need to start doing the makeup again. Like, I was like, girl, you is not helping me pack these palettes. I just bring it to the shoot, you put it on the clients, but I gotta be in the trenches.
You might have to pull her around, you know.
Yeah, or hire your little assistant.
Little percentage, she coming out, the wood works for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting it packed up. Well, listen, it was amazing having you, for sure. I really hope you enjoyed the spread, you know what I'm saying, provided by my man, Chef G. Make sure y'all tap in, check him out. Let the people know how they can keep up with you if they want to book you for writing treatments or even just to get a hold of your Airbnb. Let them know where to find you at.
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Siren_Redd with 2 D's. And if you're looking for a photo shoot or the Airbnb, I have a link in my bio. All that is in the bio right there. So you can just click there. You can either book me directly or you could book me through the Airbnb or Vrbo website. If you're looking for a photo shoot, I do have a website and it lists all the different types of photo shoots and videography shoots that we do. But yeah, so, you know, check me out.
No, seriously, check her out. She does great work. You out here trying to get sexy.
Okay.
You broke up with your nigga and you trying.
I'm gonna have a birthday
Need to get
shoot.
your groove
Yeah, you trying to get your groove back like Stella.
Period. Don't play with it.
I'm trying to tell you, she gonna have you looking
got
like
you.
a snack. You know
Full
what I mean?
service. You don't even gotta bring nothing. Makeup, outfit, everything done.
different.
Even got some wig rental, so don't worry about your hair either.
See,
So
she ain't playing.
just come with your nails done. Come ready to pose.
That's
it.
different.
You said a wig rental?
Yeah, I had a lady reach out to
man.
me. She was like, "Do you want to use some of our wigs for your photo shoots?" And they can rent it out. I was like, "Yeah, give me a call."
Wow.
We can do that. They don't gotta come with their hair done no more.
Get your
Wow.
front legs about an hour over here. You know what I mean?
different.
Get your front about an hour.
I love that.
What the price be on the front of them?
I don't know yet.
Because my shit a little, I mean.
It depends on what kind of photo you want. I have to
Who
let
I
her
look
know.
good with, y'all?
Some bangs.
Listen,
What, you want some bangs?
put some comments. What y'all think? You mean, is it time to let my shit grow down?
Hey,
You
yeah.
mean? A little curly top. A little bring the joints back.
You know the dudes is out here with the lace fronts now.
Yeah, they doing everything. You know, I've been
Curly
trying to
top.
hold out, but you know, I just let the beard work.
I wonder how you
know
take care of that. What, you put a little scarf on that night or something?
Yeah, like,
I had to teach my son how to put a scarf on last night.
For real.
I called him Camisha.
I
call him
right.
Camisha.
Hey, yeah.
Had his bows at the front. He just got his hair all
That's
twisted up,
funny.
but let's head over there. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl, Emma Grand.
We got Siren Redd. This is Cooking Up 215, the best podcast in Philly. Let's go.